Hey, this is George Lugo Jr. from Queens, New York, and I'm putting this video together to talk about the difference of cell phone contracts and no cell phone contracts and which one is better. Now, I put together some numbers, some round numbers, so to speak, and put some averages on what they're paying. Now, you could be paying more, you could be paying less, but I just put an average together. Let's start off with contracts, which seems like that's perceived as the most that is consumed out there, which is ultimately not true. But everyone I seem to talk to is in a contract with some company. Let's talk about major companies. I'm not going to mention any names for the sake of this video, but you know who the major companies are, and they seem very appealing. And why? I tell you why. Let's pick a phone that's really popular, the Galaxy S3. Most major companies are offering that phone for about 200 bucks. Again, I'm just rounding numbers to get rounding numbers off so that it makes it much easier when I give you my perspective on which one is better. You look at the Galaxy S3, as I said before, it's about 200 bucks. Could be more in certain places, less somewhere else, but it's around 200 bucks. Now, to run that phone, most average companies are around 80, 85 bucks for the sake of, for numbers. I'm not a mathematician, but most people watching this video may be or may not. So for the sake of that, I'm going to make it real simple. Let's say you're paying about 80 bucks a month. That's about $960 a year. So you're paying close to $1,000 to run the phone. In most cases, you don't have unlimited everything. Certain companies do offer that, which is totally not true. You got to read the fine print. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a company that does offer all that. But for the sake of time, the average is paying about 80 bucks to run the phone. And so you're looking at 960 bucks plus $200 for the phone. You got 1,160 bucks. Now, in order to get the phone for 200 bucks, you got to be in a 2-year contract. If you're in a contract that's in lesser time, a year, God bless you. But all the people I speak to, and even when I was in the contract, it's 2 years. Give me a 2-year contract with a set number, which they say, and you get the phone for 200 bucks. You see, you ever heard of that saying, I'd rather sell razor blades than razors? You see, they mark down the phone, but they lock you in for 2 years for the service. Okay? So, like I said, the average is about 80 bucks. You see, so they give away the phone, because that phone's about $600–700 for that phone. They're giving it to you for 200 bucks, and they're saying, you know what? I'm getting $80 a month, every month, and if he goes over his data, he goes over his voice, that's more money for me. So that's the way it is. I'd rather sell razor blades than razors. So your razors you make nothing on. So here's a razor, but I'm going to make the money with the razor blades. It's the same concept with cell phones. So that really is all about the contracts. They're very straightforward. You get a 2-year contract, and then you have the phone for 200 bucks. And in this example, I'm using the Galaxy S3. In your case, you may not like the Galaxy S3, but we'll talk about that later. Now you have no contract. There's a lot of companies that are no contract. Believe it or not, industry-wide, there's more people on no contract than there is with people with a contract, believe it or not. If you're in a contract, you're going to see the benefits on why you should be in a no contract basis. Let me ask you this, in no contract, okay, wouldn't it be better to be in a no contract? I mean, think about it this way. If the major companies said, try us out for 30 days. If you don't like it, return the phone, we'll cancel the service. You're right. It'll cost you $300–400 bucks to cancel. Even in your first 30 days, they'll say, oh, it's the phone. We'll change the phone. It's not the phone. It's the service. As I'm conducting this video right now, it's January 2nd. My son's phone that has no contract, because I just switched over, he was the only one that had service at 12:01 midnight, January 1, when the ball dropped. Oh, after the ball dropped. Those of us in the house that had a contract couldn't get through. It kept just hanging up. But his phone went through. Can you believe that? And that's a no contract. That is no contract. Now, let's talk about no contract since we're on that subject. No contract, you have the phone, let's say the average cost is going to be for the Galaxy S3. You got Craigslist, Amazon, you have eBay, about 500 bucks. Let's say 500 bucks. It could be more, it could be less. Who knows? You have 500 bucks for the phone, and then you're going to pay the average that you're going to be paying is about 50 bucks a month. Certain companies say they offer unlimited everything. It's not always true, but I'm gonna, at the end of this video, as I said, I'm gonna expose you to a company that gives you unlimited everything. But anyway, for the sake of time, you have about an average of 50 bucks. That's $600 a year in service. So you got $600 plus the $500 for the phone. You got $1,100. You just save $60. You save $60 for the first year. Now, for those of you that are in a contract, you're probably saying, well, okay, what's 60 bucks? Well, that's a tank of gas. That could pay a credit card bill. Okay, but here's where it gets more exciting. Because you're in a 2-year contract, let's add another year of service. That's an additional $600. Now, the contract for 2 years with a $200 phone, the same phone, you'll be spending a little over $2,100. Without a contract with that phone at 50 bucks, $1,700. If you subtract $1,700 from the $2,120 for the 2 years, that's a savings of over $400 over the course of 2 years. That $400 is almost a year's of no contract. That $400 can buy you another phone. That $400 can pay a car note. That $400 can pay a credit card bill. I mean, hello, you're probably swimming in credit card debt because, as I'm conducting this video, it's January 2nd. It's after Christmas. $400 can pay a credit card bill. $400 can pay half your rent, a quarter of your rent. You could do a lot with $400, and this example is minimal. I know people, I'll give you an example. My sister has an iPhone through a major company paying well over $100 a month, and she's not even getting unlimited everything. So look at her example. 100, figure 110. 110, that's over $1,200 a year just in service. And then she didn't get that iPhone for 100 bucks. No. That iPhone was well over 200. Well over 200. And they told, if you take a 2-year contract, we'll give it to you cheaper. Because it's not about the razors, it's about the razor blades. That's the difference between no contract and contract. So I hope this video helped you. The company I'm talking about that gives you unlimited everything is a company by the name of Solevay, a brand new company. It's $49 a month, unlimited text, unlimited voice, unlimited data. Okay, and when I say unlimited data, they don't bog you down at 2 gigs. When you get to 4 gigs, they get you down to 3G. Okay, it's a 4G network. Okay, most companies after 2G, they start to wind you down to 3, even 2G. We don't do that till you get to 4G. There's no contract. In most cases, you can use your own phone. Have you ever heard BYOP, bring your own phone? In most cases, not all, in most cases, you can bring your own phone and save the cost of the phone. Now look at that. That $400 savings, you can add another $500 to $600. That's $1,000 on what the example. That's why I said the 420 is such a small amount. But for this example, that 420 can mean a lot to you. So I hope this video helped you to understand what's the difference between no contract and what's the difference between having a contract. And what you, based on this video, I hope you understand what the difference is. To get more information about Solevay, go to talkforless.net. That's, you got to spell out the 4. It says talk, F-O-R, less.net. Talkforless.net. If you're watching this video on YouTube, on the you should see the link somewhere here. Just click on that. My phone number is also listed there. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call and try us out. Hey, what do you got to lose? You can always go back to that major company and lock in for another 2 years. The choice is yours. I hope this video helped you understand. Take care and talk to you soon.